Om Shanti and a very good morning from Aberdeen Hindu Temple on the 8th of May 2022. Very warm welcome. Today is our meditation session. And first, I wanted to share a few words and then we'll have a good meditation after that. When we look at ourselves, we come alone, we go alone. And in between those two moments, there is interaction with others. There is self-evaluation of self. There is a lot of activity that happens, a lot of growing and a lot of growth. So in that growing and in that growth, there's a possibility of becoming cynical, becoming angry, developing ego, and doing all of these things. Or there's the possibility of being tossed about by the situations of the world around us and of reacting to them the best we can, but often without learning much during that activity. And there's the opportunity of learning and of changing and transforming and actively understanding and researching what's happening in life and then responding to it according to how we feel the situation is, how we feel the pulse of the situation, what is the need of the situation. And so obviously the third option is the one that is the spiritual option, where we actually feel the pulse and then in our capacity of human beings understand it and see the greater picture of it. And once we see the greater picture, we respond to the situation in an appropriate way. And hopefully we learn the lessons as we go along. So if I'm even in that state, there are different stages. And in these stages, there are those who respond, they understand, sometimes they forget, they fluctuate up and down. Yeah. And then there are those who obey and they do things as they're requested at the time, and then they very slowly progress. And then there are those who notice the learnings and then make absolute effort in making sure that they will not fall down into that same situation again in the future. And who actually then proactively start to apply new ways of dealing with the situation. So who bring newness into it. And then even in this category, you can have different forms of effort, slow effort, faster effort, very fast effort. And so there is a difference in the efforts that we all do. And there's a difference in the awareness that we develop over time to reach our goals. And sometimes we need to start just by setting the goals. What is it that I want to achieve? How do I want to be? Do I want to be happy, healthy, wealthy? Do I want to have good relationships with others? Do I want to leave an imprint on this world? Do I want to feel a purpose in this life? What is it that I want? And how am I progressing towards that aim? And first of all, we often remember this aspect of the dot, the point. Whenever I notice or I feel that something negative coming my way, am I able to put a full stop and say, no, this is here, it stays there, I'm not going to progress any further. I know what my higher, more elevated consciousness wishes, my higher awareness wants. And so I make sure that the negative flow of things does not progress. So that's one way. The other one is about newness, to bring newness into your life. A new awareness, new type of thoughts. Awareness very much like vision. It's about a feeling. It's about an understanding. It's an inner process where we understand, where we envision, and where we already start processing, whatever we are presented with. So we develop this new awareness through having new thoughts, through having new ways of interacting with others, and where we have a process by which we actually check and change inside ourselves. And this process has to be regular, every day. It can happen whenever the situations happened and whether we feel that we responded in a good or not so good way. But it can also happen every day at a certain time. Like, for example, we can close the day by sitting in meditation or by going for a walk and just in a meditative way, just really checking what is it that happened during the day, where is it that I did well, and where is it that I could have done better. And then it is about bringing into my awareness how I could have responded in a different way, in a positive way, and that would have made a difference in the outcome. And so drop by drop, event by event, I actually learn and I actually change. And the other aspect as well to put into practice is to have that soul conscious vision. Because innately we are good, we are benevolent, we are courageous, we are cooperative, we want to be united. Just think about children, how they interact with each others, how much they actually develop tolerance and accommodation, and how much they actually help each other and feel for each other. And then how slowly we observe that these wonderful qualities just slowly move away and the vices start coming in: ego, anger, attachment, greed, lust for food, for nice things, for being appreciated, all these things. And how these vices then start to create separation and disunity and conflict, where we start to measure ourselves with others. And the moment we start measuring ourselves with others, we start to experience sorrow and pain and heaviness. So the spiritual way is to understand that possibly I've been through all of these things and I'm still learning and trying to become. But whoever comes in front of me and gives me a lesson, let me appreciate that person, that situation, even if it was unpleasant. But it is a way for me to learn and to change, because my awareness is now of wanting to change, of wanting to become, and wanting to change whatever has happened in the past and bring newness into my life. And when I start making changes and start bringing that newness into my life, then the situations also change around me. Whatever benefit I give, whatever benevolence, whatever cooperation I give, whatever love I share, whatever peace and presence I have, I receive the low-lying fruit. There might not be things that I can do in this world on a physical level. Perhaps I cannot drive to Ukraine and deliver goods and help in a physical way. But perhaps I can support in a spiritual way by immersing myself in that awareness of peace, of goodwill, of unity, of non-violence, and really share that feeling, that vibration with the world. And allow this message of humankind having to change, of humankind having to adjust and learn a new way of interacting. Not a way based on conquering and power, coercing others, but from a point of view of sharing the benefits, the beauty of this world and of ourselves with others. So when we understand from a spiritual point of view that we are human beings, which means we have a human form and we have an essence that is in the soul, the life force, the spiritual awareness of myself. Yeah, so when I'm in that awareness, I am connected with all the positive attributes that I have, the beautiful attributes that I receive of peace, of love, of happiness, of wisdom, of strength, of bliss. Because when a human being is in harmony and in balance, as I am, so everything around me. And so whatever I am, whatever thoughts and ways I have inside myself, so everything around me. And when I actually allow myself to connect with the divine, that is when I connect with the source. And by connecting with the source, I have that field of protection, that field of light and opportunities coming my way that actually change and transform everything in my life. So when I make that small step of going into the awareness of I, the soul, and connecting with the divine, everything around me starts to change. Now that is something that I can tell or I can share as my experience, but each one of us has to make that experience themselves. And once they know, then they know. And so the first step in that soul conscious awareness is to see myself as a soul. In that moment, I can have a vision that is timeless, that is there in eternity. If I see others as souls, then I no longer differentiate on age, gender, race, religion, whatever differentiation there might be. But I start having that vision of unity, of belonging. And the moment I am connected with the Supreme, then that vision becomes one of unity, of benefit, of fortune, of greatness, and of happiness. So let us make that journey of becoming soul conscious, and from soul consciousness going into that awareness of being connected with Supreme. Now allow yourself to sit down wherever you wish to sit, if possible in a quiet place. But even if it's not quiet, give yourself that time to actually go into the awareness of I, the soul, the being of light. And if there are others around, then let them know that for a period of time, you will not be responsive to their demands, that they have to postpone it for just a little while. So take a nice deep breath and relax as you breathe out. Become aware of your whole form of your body, where you sit seated. Take another deep breath and relax. Allow your feet and your hands to sit relaxed. Take any tension away and allow them just to be soft and light. Relaxed. And as you deep breathe every time, according to your own rhythm, inside yourself, relax your calves and move your awareness from your lower legs past the knees to your thighs. And as you move your awareness up, relax your body at each step as you go up. Your pelvis is relaxed and your stomach gently moves with your breaths, but it's totally relaxed. And now your chest. You're aware of your beautiful heart beating in your chest. And allow it to feel protected and safe, to feel happy and light. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms are relaxed. And then move up to your neck and then to your head, and in particular the face. Allow the face to be relaxed. All the muscles soft, white and light. And imagine a diamond shining in the center of your forehead, just in between your eyebrows, in the center of your forehead. This is the seat of the soul where the bindi is placed. It's a place, the seat of awareness, the seat of consciousness. It's your third eye, the place from which you interact with the whole world. And as your soul is awakened, your third eye is opened. You see yourself in the world around you, and whoever comes in front of you, you share with them the beauty of the soul, the qualities of the soul, of peace, of love and care, of wisdom, of happiness and purity. Because a pure soul is a soul that is transparent. Whatever goes on in the soul is what comes out. And so allow that highest interaction and awareness be that what guides you at all times. Now allow your awareness to go beyond this world, beyond this physical world, the world of matter, and even to detach yourself from the awareness of the body and become light. And as you become light, weightless, you have the possibility, the propensity of traveling far ahead. You leave this world of matter and arrive in a place of golden red light. That space is immense, unlimited, of absolute peace and stillness, in the presence of other shimmering stars like yourself, attracted and invited to come closer by the Supreme Source, the Supreme Power, the Almighty. And you become aware of your fortune of being the child of the Almighty, being in His company. All stresses and strains just fade away. Everything becomes easy. Light. There are no questions. there is only awareness of being in the highest form of consciousness, where all is understood and all is well. And yoga is the interaction between that supreme and the soul, the being of light. That interaction that not just is a communication, but brings benefit, brings happiness, and uplifts. It's an opportunity to become unlimited. And in that unlimitlessness, be part of a union, of a communication, of an exchange, of beauty, of fragrance, and of happiness. And by maintaining newness in your life, by checking and changing, and also checking and changing with the divine, having that communication and exchange in an active way, in a positive way, there is a response from the Supreme, a response based on the love experienced. The right thing will come at the right moment. And so let me be there. Let me be there in time and become aware of the time that we're living in this year, and of making a pledge of transforming the self, of giving time, of being in that sacred space and growing and developing and moving ahead in this sacred space. Let me feel for each one of us that golden, soft, warm, and loving light descending on each one of us and enveloping each one of us. That golden coat of love and safety. That fragrance, that easiness, that happiness is the fortune that each one of us has. So take a nice deep breath again. Connect with the Supreme and feel how loved you are, how fortunate, how great, and how divine. The fortune of making that contact, to getting to know the form to getting to know the personality of the Supreme, and to be able to be in that relationship all the time. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om I am. And Shanti is peace. So Om Shanti, I am a peaceful soul. So practice becoming soul conscious again and again, and connect with the beauty that is inside. And then open your heart to the Supreme, and by doing so, receive the blessings and love of the Supreme, and life just changes completely. Om Shanti. Have a good day.